Today, we have Brother Jonas. We'll be discussing the gateway to immortality on ICW and new pro wrestling in Oneida today on Wrestle Fandom Radio.
Backstage, hear us on the podcast and go and view our fan page. Disruption Network, Wrestle Fandom Radio. Every week's an episode. Open with your favorite show. Hear about your favorite pro. What's the scoop from backstage? Hear us on the podcast and go and view our fan page. Disruption Network, Wrestle Fandom Radio. Every week's an episode. Open with your favorite show. Hear about your favorite pro. What's the scoop from backstage? Hear us on the podcast and go and view our fan page.
Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
We're back. We had to take a week off. We just did.
It happens.
Life.
Life happens.
It's like impossible for.
That's
all
what
of us.
I. That's
think
exactly.
The only person who could get here was maybe you.
Yes.
Maybe.
That's exactly. That's what I used to tell debt collectors. Well, why haven't you paid us? I'm like, life happens. One literally was like, I've never heard anybody say that before. I'm like, it's the truth. Life happens, man. Like. And then I
don't have it to give it to you. So
exactly.
That's exactly what happened to us. We didn't have it to give it to you. We apologize.
Yes. But we're here.
But we are here now.
And that's what counts.
And we're not alone.
We are not alone.
I mean, obviously, you see that Joe's not here today. I think he's trying to run away with the 24/7 title.
Oh, I completely spaced that he has that.
Which is, I mean, I could let it slide. I know you could let it slide. I'm pretty sure Sensei Maddox's not going to let that slide. He's going to want it. He's going to want that back.
That's true. Yeah, he's got to watch his ass.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be hiding. And the Sensei will find you.
Yeah, he's a ninja.
Yeah.
They find everybody.
Yeah, he knows. I've seen the guy just appear from behind a tarp and just karate chop people. It's
Didn't he karate chop you a while ago before?
A ways back, yeah. Yeah. He was blindfolded and he was demonstrating his powers and.
You just get the brunt of everything. Karate chops, super kicks.
Really got to rub in all the super kicks.
Super kicks.
Come on, man.
Sponsors do we have?
You forgot nut shots.
Yes, the nut shots are great too.
Yeah. Nut shots followed by super kicks.
Do you want to know where I got this awesome shirt from?
Where did you get that awesome
this
shirt
92.7 The Drive shirt, which everybody should listen to because it's a great radio station.
It is. It's the best.
Seasonal Sports.
Yeah,
215 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro.
That's right.
High quality. Yeah. This will still be great in like 20 years. And I'm not even exaggerating.
Yeah, no.
The way he does everything.
Yeah, no. All my stuff is still good.
Oh yeah.
And it gets beat. It gets back. I get super kicked in it all the time. And
yeah, exactly.
I'm always getting beat up, and it still looks brand new.
It's true.
And if you want some wings on a Wednesday, or if you want some drinks or some craft seltzers, which I still think is just the craziest thing, you need to go 16 Stone.
Yes,
they have 2 locations, and one in Utica, one in
Holland Patton.
Is it Holland Patton? Is it
Yes.
Barneville? I'm never sure exactly.
It's Holland Patton. That was the original, the OG.
Right. And then if you want to learn how to be a wrestler, a manager, a referee, if you want to just get into the wrestling business, all you need to go to UWE in Oneida. And speaking of UWE, today we actually have one of the students from there, somebody who's been going there, somebody who we saw in the Rumble.
It's true, yes.
In Rome. Today we have none other than Brother Jonas. What's up, man?
Welcome.
How's it going?
Good. Thank you for having me.
We haven't seen you in a long time.
It has. It's been a while. This is actually my second time here. I was here about 2.5 years ago, I think.
Hold on one sec.
Yeah.
Why is your hold on. Now talk.
1, 2.
There we go.
I got myself. I hear it now.
There we go. I don't know how that was
see it
off.
and I hear it.
There you go.
it's crazy.
Now
I
you
like
can
it.
see it.
I like it.
It's so weird.
No,
I blame it on Z, but he hasn't been here in like 3 months.
No, there was a thing on Monday.
Was he?
He was here on.
Was he here?
Monday.
Did he come back? Oh, I'm gonna
he
hurt
was
him if
on
he's
the
back.
screen.
Oh, I'm gonna get him. I've been telling him to tell me when he gets back. I'm sorry to interrupt what you were saying. What's up, dude?
No, nada. Thanks, guys, for having me. It's a pleasure to be back.
Yeah.
This was actually my second time here.
Yeah.
Probably 2.5 years ago. I was still out in California, but you guys had me on when I was still doing my stuff with Brian Kendrick's school.
Yeah.
Wrestling Pro Wrestling, the Tully Blanchetta gimmick and character.
Tully Blanchetta. That was awesome.
It was a fun time. But now I'm back here in the central New York area for the past couple of years, and I've been with UWE, Upstate Wrestling Entertainment. I've been trying to hone my skills the past couple, I don't know, six months, pretty much nonstop. I've been going to each and every class, a couple of classes a week. Right now, Ben Hameen's the head trainer.
Right.
When I started off, it was Ronnie Ribbs. So it's great to be able to bounce ideas off of many different people in the business and learn from a lot of different folks. So having a new trainer, it's some positives, some negatives, different training styles. So it's always good to bring what you can from each and everybody that you work with, and
absolutely
mold yourself that way.
Now, having been to a wrestling school prior and everything, I know there's some brand new guys going in there.
Sure.
So do you find it you more at an elevated level for you? Is it like, all right, hey, we work with John, he's going to do this, or your brother Jonas is going to check this out for you? Or
no, I'm not at that level yet. I still consider myself pretty green, honestly. So I don't ever want to be like, oh well, I've been here and I've wrestled in California. Like that sounds better on paper,
right?
Than for what the experience I pulled from it actually was,
right?
So my resume looks more impressive than it actually is. I would say.
Yeah, that's cool. So for anyone who's watching, anyone who wants to go in, I've been seeing some new pictures. It looks like there's even more students. Every time I see a new set of pictures, I see a face I haven't seen before.
Yeah. Last night's class had 8, and that wasn't even with some of our regulars. So I would say full roster, we're probably at 10, 12 folks.
That's
nice. That's awesome.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's great. So the classes are
Tuesdays and Thursday nights, 6:30 to 9.
6:30 to 9.
So get there a little bit early, get yourself stretched out, warmed up, and then we're pretty much starting right on the dot 6:30. It depends on what's coming up. Right now, we're preparing for the next Immortals show, so we're kind of putting things together as far as the that opening student match is going to go. But most classes, it could be a little bit. It could be some striking. It could be a lot of psychology with Hameen. He's awesome when it comes to the why of things.
Yeah, there's nobody better to teach you anything.
Well,
and
he's a no bullshit guy.
Yeah.
So he's not going to sugarcoat. He's not going to go if he's like, hey, you screwed this up. He's that's the cool part about him.
Sure.
Especially as like a trainer and a teacher is he's not going to just make people feel like good about themselves to make them good. He's going to tell you, hey, you know what, you did that great, or nope, you're going to hurt yourself. Do it over until you get it right,
sure.
Which is, in a industry like that, that's the type of person you need. You don't need the people that are just like, well, I don't want to hurt their feelings. So, yeah, you did a great job. And then they, do their first match and break their neck.
That. They're going to get hurt, to go back even to the student match that was at the show in Rome. That was fire. I mean, obviously, a lot of pointers that the people who have been around could give to them.
Absolutely.
But for guys who, 3 of the guys had never had a match in front of people, and the one other guy had one match in front of people, and to have that and that level of a match and to have everyone's reactions to it.
Absolutely.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, those guys worked really, really hard. And actually, I'll be honest, I was a little worried at first when I first heard the idea of like, hey, we're going to sell some tickets, and if we sell X amount of tickets, we're going to be able to get that student spot. I was a little worried because it could have come off poorly if they didn't work hard enough and they didn't have that match down. Then it could have looked like a big pile of poo out there. And that would have made the school look bad. That would have made Ben look bad. That would have made Craig, our owner, look bad.
Yeah.
But they really put it together.
It looked
for
great.
A student match. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It wasn't main event to WrestleMania by any means, but it was awesome.
Yeah, and it's even
everybody had their time to shine, and
and to promote it like that as well. This is the student match. This is the opening match. Everyone at the UEW's. UWE's, this is, you're going to see students go at it for the first time, and to let them know. And that crowd was hot. I mean, that was the biggest crowd I've ever
Yeah.
seen. And I'm
Yeah,
not trying to
that
blow.
was-
I'm not trying to blow smoke. You know, I used to go to 2CW shows. We used to go to 2CW shows all the time.
Sure.
We would see each other there all the time. And had you ever seen that many people there for a 2CW
In
show?
Rome, that was probably one of the top Rome attendance.
Yeah,
for any shows.
Yeah, for any show.
Oh, absolutely.
Period. I've not. I think the other biggest one I saw there was probably 2CW's show where they had John Morrison or whatever, Johnny Nitro, Johnny Impact, whatever you want to call him. But John Morrison was
Right.
there, and that match was unbelievable that he was in. But it was, I think did he wrestle Cheech in that show, or am I mixing I might be mixing the AJ Styles show because he wrestled Cheech, which was great. But those two shows there were the most highest attendance, and this show had more than that. It was insane how many people were there.
It was a fun house, especially, and I'm happy for those guys too that they got to have that first match in front of such a hot crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm not sure where Hip Hop Joe is from, but I know that the Stompers, I know they're from Rome. They live right down the road, even from Kennedy itself.
Yep.
And I can't imagine having a debut match a couple blocks away from my house.
Yes, it was.
You know,
it was big for a lot of us. you know,
Yeah.
and for me too, being a Rome boy. Getting that spot in the Rumble, that was awesome too.
Yeah.
That, I had that opportunity come up. Might only lasted a minute, but being able to get out there and kind of hang with some top names, being in there with guys like Ando and Cloudy and Skyros and being able to work with those guys is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the Rumble. How crazy of an
that was
idea!
insane.
How crazy of an idea was that to just be like, no, the entire second half of the show,
Right.
it's going to be this Rumble.
Yeah.
it was great.
Well, it was a lot of fun. It was nerve wracking too, being so late. I was number 29 out of 30, so I was pretty much just watching from the monitor as the show's progressing, and
Right.
just waiting for my spot and trying to make that minute count the most I could. So
Right. So yeah. So what else do you have going on do we have anything? So this weekend.
yes, this weekend first. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, let's hit
Road
that
to
first.
Immortality was awesome. That was in the
before we get to
past.
Gateway.
And then we get NPW, New Pro Wrestling, at the Calit Center in Oneida this Saturday night, the 27th. Still hasn't been announced yet, but I will be having a match on the show. The matches that have been announced are already absolute bangers. So off of what's been announced alone.
Yeah, you know it's a
has to
banger. We
happen.
just haven't arrived there yet. You know what I mean? It's like it was already a banger. It's just early. You know what I mean?
For sure. But yeah, they've been working really hard. Brute Van Slyke, he's the hometown boy, and Bill DiPaolo, who runs the Calit Center. They've been working hand in hand trying to put together this show, and I think it's going to come together real tight. A lot of local promotion, a lot of radio ads, newspaper. So we've been pushing the hell out of this show, and hopefully it's going to come off as well as expected.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be in the back working. Might just be me. You're busy.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks.
I am bummed because I did, there's a lot of cool matches. Plus, we work with Bill DiPaolo at the Drive for shows he does too.
Sure.
And I talked to him the other day, and he also has like a whole production company. So there's going to be, from what he kind of was insinuating, there's going to be a lot of production to it. So, seeming more on like the, WWE type, more of a, sound like light show, stuff like that.
Right.
Which I always, think it's cool when you have that element and more of like the darkness in the crowd and like the just whatever on the ring if you can.
Because a lot of indie shows you go to, you get the ring and you get maybe guardrails, maybe maybe your pads and your matting on the side. But other than that, you're in a high school gym. Bill's going to work really hard to make this look like a wrestling show. You're going to see the big truss, the lighting, the smoke effects. It's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
So if
you're a
Saturday.
wrestling company, it's like this will be the first time we're at a show that's not ICW, and everyone should know what we bring when we go.
Exactly.
We bring the backdrop and do photos for everybody, shoot the videos. We even bring the setup for gorilla position, which I've heard that you don't really see in indie shows.
Sure.
So, I've been told by wrestlers that like what we do, no one else does. So, if you're watching this and you want to see what we can do, hit us up.
Absolutely.
So
It was a big help at Immortal. I know that much. So
oh yeah, especially
for that Rumble. Yeah. It was
especially for
big.
the Rumble.
Yeah.
Where are we? Oh, cool. Let's go.
Right.
So that's this Saturday.
Yep. This Saturday night. I believe doors are at 5. Show is at 6.
Yep.
Yeah. So come on out. Tickets are pretty affordably priced. $15 for adults, $7 for children. I think 10 and under. So come out, bring the family. Come on, have a full night out for under $50. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
check
that's
it
hard
out.
to find anymore. To be honest with
absolutely.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. So then, the following week, what do we got?
you. I will be at that one.
Back
will be at
back
that
to
one.
Westmoreland, back for Immortal, Gateway to Immortality. This one has Alex Shelley on the card, which is huge.
Cannot. You don't even understand how excited I am.
Yeah, man, I've been watching that guy for years.
Alex Shelley, dude.
Yeah, I'll be taking part in the seminar from 2 to 5 also. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there's no reason not to at this point.
Why wouldn't you?
For where I'm at. So yeah, even if you could just learn a little bit and try to take that little piece of what he's going to teach us and
Absolutely.
show us and just apply it somehow to the character or apply it somehow to my work or whatever. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then the show itself, I think that one's doors at 6 and show at 6:45.
That's usually what it is. Yeah.
So yep, and that'll be a great show too. You already started to run down the card a little bit.
Yeah,
but,
so we got
it's gonna be.
the House of Saad, the Immortal Champion, which is crazy. So
Yalla.
he's the Immortal Champion and one half of the tag team champions, Ben Hameen and Blaze Ram. So the House of Saad is going to be taking on the Hispanic Mechanics. I'm going to be honest. I haven't heard of the Hispanic Mechanics, so I'm not 100%, but it's the House of Saad.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
If they're half as cool as they sound, just by name alone, we're in for a good one.
Yeah, if they're half as cool as they sound. And then after the events of what we saw with the Disruption Network Hardcore title, with Man Richie causing Bobby to lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Richie is going to be taking on Bobby Bates.
And Fury will be watching.
Oh, I'm sure he's going to be
somewhere.
watching. I wouldn't be surprised if he just walked out in the aisle and plopped a chair down and just sat there, looking at them. No, he wants his bat back. I know he wants that. So we at least know that.
You know what I completely forgot about? I mean, completely forgot about, and I bet you did too.
What?
That someone is still holding the king's ransom.
They are?
Papa Don.
No.
He hasn't cashed that in.
Holy shit.
It just dawned on me the other day.
There's
I'm
no
like,
way he cashes it in on Ben Hameen.
But
Nah. No. I don't think so.
But wouldn't it make just the ultimate?
I mean, I'd be shocked. Shocked.
That's what makes good wrestling.
I'd be surprised.
Not Roman Reigns carrying the belt for 1,000 days.
Oh yeah.
Someone like Papa Don cashing in on Ben. That's what makes good wrestling.
That gets good ratings right there.
Yeah. But I literally completely spaced that
I forgot about it.
That was in October?
Because it happened so late in the year, and then you have that break.
Yep.
So if someone's not carrying that around, flashing it in my face, I forget about it. I'm not even going to lie.
I might have to remind Hameen tomorrow because he may have forgotten also. So
Yeah, he might have to watch his back.
A little bit.
Yeah. So before we talk, as we talk about this next match, the Shane versus Chip match, let's have everyone watch this video.
I know things didn't go your way tonight. Tell us how you feel.
Didn't go my way? I was screwed at my first title opportunity.
I know. I'm sure you didn't expect
From my own dad,
I know
too.
your dad, your legendary father.
What
came
kind
back
of father screws his own son out of his own title shot?
Well, I mean,
This is
All right,
big.
hold on for 1 second. I had enough of your bitching and your complaining. Can you look me in the face after all these years and tell me this is exactly what you want? Yeah, exactly.
Well, guess what, Dad?
What?
Ready for round 2?
Get moved. Come on. want it! I want it! I want it! Come on! Get out of here! Damn it! It's okay, Chip. It'll be all right.
I mean, we had to push Shane out the door.
That's going to be just a crazy match.
He wouldn't stop.
When they faced off in the Rumble, I mean, that was, something that everybody been looking forward to for months upon months, because that was the last show before that break.
I mean, no one even knew he was there. I mean, this dude literally walked in the door, gear ready to go, walked right into the back, music hit, and he was ready to get back at Shane. It was,
and I had been waiting for that.
Nuts.
I had been waiting to see it and see it.
Now we're going to see the match. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. It's just going to be great.
It is. Oh yeah, absolutely.
A different intensity to something like that. There's that father-son dynamic.
It's more than just being angry at somebody. Now it's like, I'm pissed at my father. I'm pissed at my son. Like, that adds like a whole.
It's a whole layer. It's the match. I mean, it put 20 years in the making. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're gonna have to you gotta handle your kid. So
it's true.
So another tag team match. We have we actually have the Neon Blondes, Facade and Danny Moe, which are great to see them back.
For sure,
they're always fantastic, both of them. It's going to be taking on also the returning Valerie Verman and Samuel Thompson. Another great couple that always put on good work whenever they show up. So I'm excited for this match. This is going to be really cool to see them go at it. I know Thompson is good, but I'd also watch out for Danny Moe if I was him too. I wouldn't want to get, you don't want to get beat up by her either. She's tough. She's good.
Absolutely.
She knows what's up. What you call it? Hey, our buddy, Charlie Goldberg.
Yeah.
He's going to be back. It's going to be
the-
awesome to see him.
Is he going to be? Did I understand? Is he the ring announcer?
He's going to be debuting as a commentator and the backstage interviewer. He's also going to be doing some more backstage interviewing for us, for us, for them, for everything. And and so it's going to be great. He's so good.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's going to be huge.
He's fun
in the world.
He's a cool dude.
It's so we know Power Supply is going to be there. Kayla Sparks is going to be going against Becca.
Yep, for the title that she's been holding for well over 400 days now.
Yeah, she's going to be crushing it. And then Alex Shelley is hopefully going to be super kicking the crap out of Saren Rain. Now, I don't want to say for me, because Alex Shelley has no idea who I am, doesn't even know I exist nor care. But I'm just hoping that Saren Rain I just hope he gets kicked in his face really hard. I mean, I'm sure
he'll get at least one of those.
I've had enough of that dude.
It's not going to
kicking
end.
me, hitting me. I don't know why. I don't know what I did. I tried to save him.
He's a bully, is what it is.
You know what I mean? I tried to save him from a beatdown that he thought he could. I don't know. And now he just blames it on me. It's just it's not cool.
But at least he finds creative ways to do it.
Yeah, I don't appreciate that, Todd. I really don't.
See, you're not on my end of the spectrum. It's hilarious from my view.
It's hilarious for you because you're not getting kicked.
I just have to give him credit. He finds creative ways to do things. So the first time you were sitting down, because he's not a tall guy, so he kicks you while you're sitting down. Second time, nut shot, and then kicks you. The third time, I don't even know where he came from. Out of a locker? I mean, he's probably small enough to fit in one of those lockers.
He probably was.
Well, you're tying your shoe, and then boom, and then he congratulates you for the 24/7 championship, and another nut shot, another super kick. But the good part is, and I do credit him for this, is that you weren't out. You got back up after that super kick, so it's only taken 3 of them for you to get back up. I mean, you were a little woozy, but you still got back up immediately. So he has made you stronger. Let Garrett fight. And then
Garrett's not fighting.
I mean, but you got to be careful, if you ever try to get that 24/7 champion back, then you have a target on your back.
Yeah, we'll see.
Super kick.
No. I'm gonna run a commercial here, and we'll pay the bills, and we'll be
Super
right
kick
back. No one's super kicking me today. I don't think. We'll be right back. Come visit 16 Stone with 2 locations, the original on Holland Patton and the second location in Utica, with handcrafted beer and seltzers, 50-cent wings on Wednesdays in the Utica location. Wine and Whiskey Club every Wednesday. Check out their full brewpub menu on their website, Facebook, and Instagram. Protein shakes also available at the Utica location. Come visit 16 Stone. Yeah, great. Stomper's on here saying I should get super kicked. Thanks.
Attaboy.
No. Oh.
He knows where it's at.
You want to know how much they enjoy this, Jonas? Is that they actually made me do like the supercut of all the footage that we have together. I'm not playing it right now. I'll play it when Joe's back. Maybe I'll play it next week.
It's fantastic.
It's not fantastic.
He's so small and he can still kick you.
It does not feel great. I'm telling you.
Well, you haven't lost any teeth.
No.
It's, you're ahead of the game.
All right. So, what else we got going on, guys? Anything we want to discuss? Anything big happening in the world?
I mean, that other show's on this Saturday, the Night of Champions.
Oh yeah,
that'll have you during the day, so it's weird. But regardless,
yeah. Is it on Saturday or is it on Friday? Because it's
Saturday.
It's the day before.
No, it's Saturday.
Okay.
It'll just be at I think it's at 1.
Oh, that's weird.
Because it's
in Champions.
It's in
the afternoon.
The
afternoon of Champions.
Because it's overseas in the old Saudi Arabia. So obviously,
I'm assuming Seth Rollins is going to become champ, which is well deserved, in my opinion.
Probably.
And I'm not even the biggest Seth Rollins person, but he 100% should have that championship. So,
yeah, he's probably going to get it. I'm assuming, Owens and Sammy will retain.
Yeah,
they're not, legitimately. If they give Roman and Solo that, I'm done. Like I will literally never watch WWE
so
again.
Bad.
I'll just be like, you know what? Nope, over.
It would be just awful.
It would be stupid. It would just be completely out of sorts.
Yeah.
The women's thing should be pretty interesting since now Liv is hurt and she's out.
Yeah,
and Dakota's out.
It'll be interesting unless Shayna Baszler and Rousey get it again, like how they wrestled that last match where they wrestled like exactly like 10 seconds of that match and won it. Like,
did you see the other night when it might have been like not this past Monday, the Monday before, Raquel had come out with the champion. It was before, people were told what happened to Liv. And it was when, Rousey and Shayna, blindsided her. Rousey went to, kick her, and she kicked her, and, Rousey just, fell right on her ass. I was like, I don't like her. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of Ronda Rousey. She should have stayed in UFC and just fought people like that. I just don't like her.
Yeah.
She's just
I'm just not
a
huge
good
on her
wrestler,
I'm not huge on her as a wrestling figure.
No. UFC, man, she'll kick your ass. They give her all the credit in the world for doing that shit.
Yeah.
100%. I will never, ever take anything away from her on that. She's just not.
Even in being in WWE, just being there, it is fine. But, it's when you put titles on people like that, where it's do they need it?
And she should have been.
Is it warranted?
She should have been treated like any other new wrestler coming in.
Right.
You go to the school in Florida and you train.
Yeah.
I don't feel like she actually had to
she trained with Kurt Angle for a while. Who better to train with for a while? But at the same time, you have to unlearn everything you've learned. It's you're not trying to break bones now and knock people out. Let's break the kayfabe down. You're putting on a show.
And the real question is too.
This is a high athletic dance that you're gonna hurt somebody, but you're not gonna hurt somebody. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, for me, like, it's 50-50. Wrestling is 50% of it, but talking on the microphone's the other 50. You got to make people believe in your character. And she is terrible.
She doesn't have that
on the microphone.
She has the real aspect.
Yes,
I will kick your ass because she will.
But she
kick
doesn't.
Your ass.
So that's the thing. It's like
she doesn't
Kurt,
have.
But it's like, did you train more than just the wrestling technique?
Right.
Did you actually get what you would get out of the performance center, where you would get the physical training, but then you would get the verbal training, I guess, as well, where you do develop that character, and you have to make people believe in your character.
Right.
If they don't believe in your character and you just sound like you're going out there rehearsing or going off the script that you have, you just, that's the big thing with me is just like she doesn't captivate in the character way.
Right.
Where, you have all these other people that really do, that, again, deserve the title more than she does, but she gets it over the Liv Morgans, over the Dakota Kais and the Baileys, like, that's the thing, too. It's just like she's been in there for not long and has had more titles than people that have been doing it for 10-plus years.
Right. Yeah, work way harder. They're there more, yeah.
You need that,
She came back for, a few weeks and then, took time off again.
Oh yeah,
it was like,
and Charlotte Flair did the same thing. She's been off for a while too.
Come on,
she came on the title, lost. It's like,
I get it with her a little more though, because when she comes back, she usually is full time, and at the same time, if they want time for other people to build up, you need your other people to I feel like, whether it's with injury or not, that's where I feel like one thing you see on AEW is a little bit better, is that even with the bloated roster that they have, all of a sudden you'll realize that you haven't seen somebody in a while. Mm-hmm. And that match where they have the Joker, and then someone comes in and you're like, oh my God, of course it's this person. And then it's like they took time off, and I feel like, because if someone is big and someone is making money, they run them into the ground in WWE, and then it's just not, they're not as effective.
Sure.
Afterwards, it's like it should be. This story ran its course. We're gonna bring on some more. You take a few weeks, take a month, take 2 months, you know what I mean? And I feel like you would get more longevity out of wrestlers if you started doing that. If you had a bigger roster that you were like, all right, this is what's going to happen, and then, obviously you change if, there's an injury or an illness or something like that. But I just feel like if you want somebody to be, build big and do, sometimes it's like, okay, they came, they took over, they won, they lost. Give them some time off. It's it's like the same way they waste Braun Strowman.
Yeah,
you want this dude to be the monster of all monsters.
I like him with Ricochet. I enjoyed that tag team.
I do, but I still think that he should have just blown the doors down and should have.
Oh yeah,
he should be just walking around with some belt on his shoulder, something. Just, I don't care what belt, but he should be a champ, and because not a lot of people can do what he does on any given thing. There's no, dude can kip up. He can, he can throw everybody, whether he throws them in the right direction or not.
Poor Ricochet.
Poor Ricochet.
But in Braun's defense, the dude had a concussion, so he might have been just all out of whack at that point in time anyway. And just thought whatever, and just hucked him. But then the following week was even better when he threw him again, and Ricochet's praying, he does the whole thing. So that was great too. The other thing I noticed, which I find this funny now, is that Brock is on more than Roman.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, which is, Brock was the one that's like, I have the title, see you in 6 months.
Right.
Which I hate that, too. If you have a title like that, you need to be I'm not saying you have to defend it every single show, but you need to be present at all of them. You shouldn't be able to be like, well, I won the championship, so I'll see you in a month. Like, no.
Yeah,
no.
we're talking that's back. That's like old school days. That's where when like Monday Night Raw like launched, I couldn't have told you who the WWF champ was.
Yeah.
I know who the IC champ was, Shawn Michaels. You know what I mean? Because he was there. He was on that show. He was wrestling, and that's what they had there. It's like, oh yeah, you're not going to bring they're like cable TV. We're not, I'm not showing up for that. And then Vince changed everything with Monday Night Raw, and then they wanted the title on there.
Well, and that was the nice part about the 90s with the Attitude Era was you saw huge title changes on Raw. It wasn't just like, 24/7 or whatever. Big Foley. Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, you saw actual, like,
Day wrestling change
pay-per-view main events happening on
matches.
Raw.
Yeah.
Which was nice to see because you knew most of the time that half the matches you see now on Raw that are for championships usually don't switch hands, and then they end up being at a pay-per-view and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, they've gotten away from that, which I don't think is a good idea.
Well, I think that's because Vince doesn't have the trust in the fans anymore if he doesn't tell them what's happening ahead of time.
Right.
The cool part about the
Which is
90s,
bad.
too, was everything was a surprise.
Yeah.
Obviously, the
There was
internet
no
wasn't exactly.
There was no
But even with the
wish
Rumbles, they weren't
that would come
announcing
back.
who was doing what or numbers. It was just, oh, hey, here's these people. Oh, I haven't seen that guy in 15 years. That's all. Like now they tell you everybody that's in
This
it, every
person's coming
special
out first. This person's coming out last. What? No. This year was better.
It was better, but it's still not as it could have been.
Right.
Like there's still, again, obviously, I understand the Attitude Era was what it was, but they could still take some stuff from that as ideas and not as hardcore as it was and still apply it to the WWE today. And doing stuff like, we're not going to tell you about the Royal Rumble. We're not telling we'll tell you who's going in first, but that's all we're telling you. We're not going to tell you who's in it or anything else.
They can give us that. They can give us that every time. Oh, this person is going to go in first.
Yep.
Cool. They can give us that every single year.
But Vince, that just shows Vince is too worried about ratings than he is about the fans and actually putting on a good show of the surprises, of the, you never knows.
Exactly, Alex. Nothing better than the old school Rumbles. Nothing. Like a few years ago, like, before we had kids and everything, my wife and I just sat around and like for almost a week, we watched like just the Rumble. I went to and got to the Rumbles on the network, and we just watched I think we watched 8 Rumbles like in a row because they were just, they're great. They were amazing. They were the best. They were my favorite type of match that happens, at all, period. I just love Rumbles. I don't know why.
Well, even the Raws after WrestleMania used to be awesome.
Oh, they used to be the best.
And then, this year's was terrible. Last year wasn't
few years
great.
have been terrible.
They lost that whole thing. It was just...
The last few years have been terrible. I think the year that Styles came in, that might have been the last. I know he came in the Rumble, but I'm saying that year, whichever year that was, I think that was the last good year.
Yeah.
Where they were, and they've just been slowly declining. They should be the best. That there's one year, and it was the last one that was that good, where the Raw after Mania was better than Mania. Mm-hmm. And I'll have to do the research to nail it down, but I know it happened, and I was just like, this is better than last night. What is happening? Yeah, exactly. Rumble parties with your friends, Alex. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I appreciate you tuning in, Alex. You're the man.
And I even and I don't know what happened. Maybe I misread it, but I was reading something. There's a lot of people that are making the same comment. Like, I got YouTube TV for 5-day trial to watch Raw. Orton was supposed to be on there, and he wasn't. And then I couldn't find anything about it. But I was in another thread, and a bunch of people were like, "Hey, I thought Orton was supposed to be on."
I thought Orton was supposed to be on. I mean, I was working when you guys were texting, but I read it afterwards, and I was like, I was under the impression he was supposed to be on. So I don't know where I saw it. Maybe that wasn't real, but.
Maybe not.
We'll roll another commercial here, and we'll be right back.
Right on.
Do you need some screen printing done? How about some vinyl work? Don't worry, we got you covered. Head on down to Seasonal Sports on University Boulevard in Whitesboro for all your vinyl and screen printing needs. Seasonal Sports, University Boulevard, Whitesboro.
You know who else is in the thread here? Austin. Saying he's my mortal nemesis, dude. I'll end you. Just don't. Let's not do this, okay? Let's just not. Okay?
Hey, we can get Saren Rain to super kick him. We'll dress him up like you, and then we'll have Saren Rain kick him.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
And then kick you.
Why?
Just for fun.
Austin, it will end.
It will.
And when I end you, okay? Just bro, just stop.
Bro.
Just stop. Let's not do this. Brother Jonas.
Yes, sir.
So, how long altogether have you been wrestling now?
I've gone through spurts. I'm not as young as a lot of the guys who start training. I'm 39. So I'm not a guy who started off at 18 as soon as he could get out of school and start training, because like you're young at 18, 20 years old, and those bumps aren't going to affect you as much as you get older. So I'm at the point now in my career and my life where I'm just kind of happy to be doing this on a local level. I'm not trying to get to NXT. I'm not trying to get to the Performance Center. I'm not trying to headline Mania this year.
Just do it. Just do it so that you can say that you did it.
Exactly. I'd rather.
That's what I did with music.
Give it a shot now.
I did it.
Then regret it at age 60. Well, what if I would have given that a shot when I had the means to try it?
Should have done something. Yeah.
So for me, it's just about having fun, keeping myself safe, keeping everybody I'm in the ring with safe. Trying to make this stuff look believable, trying to make it fun, just trying to have fun with it.
Yeah.
But the question itself was how long have I been doing this? But on and off, probably for 5 years now.
Yeah.
But if when at training, when I take a bad bump and my neck hurts, it's not going to bounce back as quick as the young guys.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to come back on Thursday night. For me, I'll need an extra week or a month. Exactly. Yeah. So sometimes I'll need a little bit of time off, but for the most part, a couple of years here and there, I'd say on and off.
Yeah. Well, I've known you for a long time too, outside of that, and you've trimmed down a lot because you've always been like a big guy. When I met him, he was working at Planet Fitness, so he was always a big. You were technically bigger than you are now, but now you're way more trim, you're way more cut than you were.
Yeah.
And look to be, I would say probably better ring shape.
Yeah.
Than when you were like bigger.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because it's like so you were like this.
Yeah. I'm
you're a
only
big
5'8", so when I hold a lot of muscle, it just kind of you look more wide than anything.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
had
really
like
have
the
height to pull off
the big barrel. You kind of had like the barrel chest, the
Sure.
big shoulders, and everything.
Yeah.
And now you're just like wicked trim. So
Right.
I was like, oh, good for you.
Yeah, it helps.
So.
It helps to look the part, but it helps. It helps with the ring shape too.
Yeah.
Your endurance, things like that.
What is there? There's a different style of training and working out as far as that goes, right? To change that because I remember what Mike Verna did something like that. He had been at a Rome show in I think April, and then I think it was like October, and in that time frame, he went from the same style you were to like what you are like now, and cut everything. He had like a 12-pack, and I was like, what did you do?
Sure.
I saw you like 6 months ago, and he's like, oh, I did this and this, and he trimmed everything, and he looked like, he was like an Adonis, and he had like his muscles had muscles. So what's the changing in the training regimen there for you?
Right now, it's just like a body part a day, a little bit of cardio once or twice a week. I don't like to do too much cardio because then you're kind of burning the muscle too.
Right.
So you want to hold muscle, but at the same time you want to keep your body fat down. But different things work for different people too, and it depends on what your goals are.
That's very true.
If you're trying to look more beefy, more massy, you want to eat more protein and you want to try to cut the cardio out. But if you're trying to look, skinny and look lean, then you're gonna want to, just try to up that cardio, that high intensity stuff. So there's different ways to get there, just different things. Got to kind of play around with it. Spend a month trying to figure out your routine in the gym, and if you're not feeling or seeing results, then maybe change it up. Try something a little more high intensity, or try changing your diet up. The nutrition is really at 75 to 90% of what your body's going to look like. So it's really up to you how dedicated you want to be on the 23 hours a day that you're not working out. Anybody could go to the gym and find a way to make an hour workout fun after a while. But if you're leaving the gym and going eating pizza and McDonald's and Dunkin' and getting your coffee, then you're throwing away your entire progress.
Right.
So it really has to be a full lifestyle change of what your goals are, and really just honing in on them and pinpointing those goals.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, you can't go like eat a cake then run on the treadmill.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what I do. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go on the treadmill for an hour. Then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to eat 30 cookies right now. So.
Sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to ask, like, do you then like, oh, I'm going to eat the cake, and then like, you know what? I'm not going to do the treadmill. Like, I'm tired now.
No, I usually do that.
I'm not trying to insult you, because that's what I would do.
Usually what happens
today. I ate a salad today. I'm going to eat half a bag of Doritos. I'm good.
Yeah.
Normally what I do is I'll do the treadmill, then extracurricular activities, and then the cake comes into play. But it still comes into play. So I mean,
there's always cake. There's always cake. You're right, Alex. Getting old sucks. It does.
Yes, it does.
It does. I've hurt myself in the dumbest of ways and been like, how? What? Well, I used to backyard wrestle for 5 years. Jordan Wimberly hit me with a truck going 30 miles an hour, and I was fine. Okay, and now, I bend over wrong. Yeah, I reach for my towel without stretching first. No, it's dumb. I need to work out.
Yeah.
You know why I need to work out? Because my dad.
I do.
And that's why I need to work out, because I could look like that if I worked out. I actually had a buddy be like, "What? Your dad's a monster. Why don't you work out?" Like, because I don't right now. I'm gonna be 40, but I still have like little kids. Like he had kids younger than I did. So it's like he was further along the chain. No.
So that's what you gotta do
it.
Though.
I'll do it as soon as I feel like I need to do it. I've already got the eating portion down better, like you were saying. Like I still eat like some stuff that I like to do, or I like to have, but I just don't eat it in excess. And I went to eating better meals, smaller portions, stuff like that, more salads. Little bit less carbs, but there's no way I'm cutting out carbs. It's just never gonna happen.
Nope.
You're not taking my pasta. I don't care what anybody says. It's not happening. I'll get to it eventually.
Well, see, you have small children, so what you can do is incorporate them into it and start deadlifting them. Do one at a time.
They
and
already
then
beat
work
the
up
crap
to
out of
2.
me, though.
But see,
no complex. I'm not debuting a new program. Garrett's not fighting anywhere.
No, that can't happen because I won't be there. I got to be there for that shit.
No.
And it has to be against Sarah and Rain. Anyway, so that's what you have to do, man. Just incorporate your everyday life. Lift your kids for a while, throw them over your shoulder, run up and down the stairs. Things like that.
Yeah,
it'll be fun for you. They'll be like, "Our dad's insane."
Lincoln's almost. He's 8 today, actually.
Oh,
happy birthday,
happy birthday, man.
He was born on our first wedding anniversary. So
it's
also our anniversary. Yeah. So we've never actually celebrated our anniversary on the day because it's just been Lincoln's birthday ever since. It was crazy.
Big day for you today.
Yeah, it's a big day. I lucked out because I'm terrible at birthdays. So I lucked out because it's like his birthday is on our anniversary. Never gonna forget it. And then the younger one was born on 7/17/17, so it's really easy.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll run one more commercial here. You want to lead us into it because it's where you go. It's where you go. I
think I know where you're going with this one. UWE, Upstate Wrestling Entertainment, right in Oneida, New York. Let's go to it. Let's see what we got.
Hi, this is Craig Palmer. If you ever aspire to be a wrestler, come on down to Upstate Wrestling Entertainment, located at 1121 Glenwood Ave in Oneida, New York. We're open every Tuesday and Thursday from 6:30 p.m. until 9 p.m. Come on down and join us. See you then.
I love Ben.
There's so many more students now. I'm gonna have to get there.
Yeah.
And get a new one.
Yeah.
The next time I'm off.
You should update it. Then have your voiceover guy do the voiceover for it.
That's true.
God, send me a script, man.
I know. It's just so much easier for me to make it on there and do it there.
I think if I sent you the audio, you'd be able to.
I should be able to do that. Yeah. I don't know. And
it's not like it's matched up where you have to match it to a mouth or anything. It's just.
Yeah, you're right, Craig, because Craig's on here. It will never get old, but we need the new people in there, and then I don't know, maybe this time he could I don't know, chop you or something in the corner. Right?
Yeah.
Let's get that to happen. Just throw them in the corner, give them a chop. Yeah, it'll be great. You know? I don't know. We got anything else? Or I think we're good.
Yeah, I think that wrapped it up as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, new pro on Saturday. You'll be there. I'll be there. You should be there. And then especially ICW the next weekend.
Yeah, June 3rd.
We have tickets.
PurplePass.com.
So, yeah, if you need them online because you can't get to us, we can't get to you, or you can't get to anybody you know that's selling them for Purple Pass. I'm going to assume they're probably at
Marshall's Hydroponics,
Marshall's, and all the Dip-Ins.
All the Dip-Ins, yeah,
like they usually are. Again, we also have them. Inbox me. I'll get you some tickets. Alex, if you didn't get tickets for this already, if you want tickets, I will come to Rome and bring them right to you. So you don't have to go anywhere.
If you send Garrett nudes, he'll take half off.
Yes. You take half off, I'll take half off. So, something like that. But yeah, we'll see everybody then. Brother Jonas, I really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you guys for having me.
Well, you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you much. You've been enlightened. Thank you, boys.
Yeah, you've been enlightened. So we'll see everybody next week.
Sports entertainment, it's the real to you, damn it, you support us, your favorite. Talking AJ Styles, Chris Jericho, and all the greatest. Your top 5 dead or alive, the broader stages, like WrestleMania, all in and all out. NXT takeover, what the business about. Putting fans in the stands and the millions at home, like the Rock versus Stone Cold, we're stealing the show. Wrestle Fandom Radio and Disruption Network with Dippin' Donuts. ICW, we make fanatics flipping donuts. Every time we're live at local shows and it's a bonus. We're family friendly, all the growing ups and kids can donus. We're dedicated to bringing you all the top news. Ain't no dirt sheet, this ain't rhetoric, we do not snooze. No speculation, we're just bringing them facts. Ain't no storyline of fiction when I spit on these tracks. It's Wrestle Fandom Network, Wrestle Fandom Radio. Every week's an episode, hoping we're your favorite show. Hear about your favorite pro, what's the scoop from backstage? Hear us on the podcast and go and view our fan page. Disruption Network, Wrestle Fandom Radio. Every week's an episode, hoping we're your favorite show. Hear about your favorite pro, what's the scoop from backstage? Hear us on the podcast and go and view our fan page. Disruption Network, Wrestle Fandom Radio. Every week's an episode, hoping we're your favorite show. Hear about your favorite pro, what's the scoop from backstage?